Hi guys, I guess you have already noticed I'm not at home. I think you have seen that in the past few videos. And yes, not in my country. And I am in quarantine and this is my day number 12. It's a lot. It's hard to be alone, away from your family and your cats, but I guess it's going to be worth it. I mean, this place is beautiful. I mean, I can't go out at all. Like, I'm locked down. It's pretty boring and lonely, but yeah, I could be in a worse place. It is kind of expensive though. Anyway, I'm suffering, guys. It's so painful, but I have you guys. I love replying to your messages, reading your messages, interacting with you in the chats, everything. So yeah, you have helped me a lot as always. Thank you very much. And let's get to the point. Why I am here? Well, I decided to go out of my country and leave my family and friends and cats and everything in the middle of a pandemic because, as you already know, I guess, if you watched that 10K video already, I haven't seen my boyfriend in 14 or 15 months already, since... This is my food. I get food delivered by the hotel 3 times a day at the same time, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and it's so much food. I think I have to throw about 70% of the food. It is way too much food. I try to keep it in the fridge, but the fridge is very small for this, and also I don't have a microwave, so a lot of things I have to throw away, which feels horrible. Like, I don't like wasting anything. People are hungry and they might need to eat this, but because of the COVID situation, it is very hard to, yeah, whatever. If you watched that 10K special video, you already know that I haven't seen my boyfriend since November from 2019. And the COVID situation didn't help. Our countries were closed, we couldn't see each other. It's very hard for him to get a visa for Chile. He had one, but yeah, long story short, we couldn't see each other until, yeah, we haven't seen each other yet. I decided to move a little bit closer. I am not in Sri Lanka, unfortunately, because when I came here, Sri Lanka was still closed. I'm in Thailand, which is a little bit closer. So my plan is that he gets a visa to come here and maybe we will meet here. And then maybe in April or March we will go back to Sri Lanka. If he cannot come here, which it might happen, I don't know, like, things have been going so bad for us, like we are so unlucky with everything, so I don't want to get my hopes up. So if he can't come here, I will definitely go to Sri Lanka. That was my plan before, but you know, guys, that I've been following the news about Sri Lanka for a long time, and I have been hoping that they open since March, and at one point they said we are going to open this date and they didn't. Then we are going to open this date and they didn't. And it has been like that the whole year. And now they open. So I didn't want to believe it unless like it was real. So that is why I didn't wait to go directly to Sri Lanka, and also the ticket to Sri Lanka is way more expensive than to Thailand. Way more expensive. So it is better if I come here and then go to Sri Lanka after Thailand. I would go to Sri Lanka right away, but the thing is that quarantine has been hard. Of course, not hard as in like I have everything here. I have food, I have a bed, like huge bed. I have more food than I can eat. I have TV, I can work here. I have everything, but being alone is hard. Not being able to talk to your family or friends, not to see anyone, like literally you can't interact with anyone here. After taking the first COVID test, you are allowed to go outside. That means just the rooftop. And even there, you have only 45 minutes to be there. You cannot be hours there, just 45 minutes, and you have to keep your distance from other guests as well. So yeah, no human contact at all, no animal contact either. I miss my cats so much. They really helped me when I was in quarantine, the videos and the cats and my mom. At one point my mom was kind of living with her boyfriend for a while and I was alone at the apartment. So having the cats and you guys helped a lot. Right now I only have you and my work, and I don't have any cats. It was really hard for me to decide to go away from Chile because I didn't want to leave my family, but also the cats. They are so important to me. I just love them so much. But anyway, I am here. I travel how many hours? Like 36 hours to come here to Thailand to be locked down in this hotel, which is as expensive as... It's really expensive. I saved some money, that's why I could come here. But after this, I hope I can see my boyfriend and maybe go to the beach. I miss going out. I haven't seen the ocean since a long time, and if you have seen Chile in a map, just look here. We have a lot of ocean around, but because of COVID I haven't been able to go there. I haven't been able to go anywhere. I have been so responsible, guys, because being away from your love is hard, and I was thinking, what if I get sick and he's away and I get to the hospital? How would he feel? It would be horrible. If he got sick and I was away, it would have been horrible too. That's why I took a lot of care of myself. Even though I'm healthy, I just didn't go out much at all. So that's why I thought being in quarantine was not a big deal, but guys, it is. Being alone, it's hard. And about Thailand, they are so organized, guys. They are so organized. When I got off the plane, first, it is really hard to get here. There are so many documents that you need. Luckily, I don't need a visa to come here to Thailand for 90 days, but you have to get a certificate of entry, you have to book the hotel, you have to like do so many things, take the COVID test, so many things to get that certificate from the embassy. And after you get here, it is so organized as well. I got off the plane with a lot of other people and we were escorted by people from the airport with suits and masks, and each group had a task. They reviewed our documents, they took our temperature, and even when you get out of the airport, you cannot go alone. You cannot. You are escorted as well by someone, and they ask you, where are you going? In which hotel are you staying? You say your hotel and they say, okay, come. And you have to follow them to the street and they show you your car, and that car is from the hotel and they are also protected. And then you get to the hotel and there is also people in reception that are protected with suits and everything. They explain everything to you, they give you documents, and then you get to the room. And here in the room you have to take your temperature 2 times a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. And also in the quarantine you have to take 2 COVID tests, one at day 4 or 5, I don't remember, and another one in the day 12, which is today. So today was my second COVID test. I hope it's negative. It would be really, really weird if it wasn't because yeah. But after this I'm going to stay here in Bangkok for a couple of days. I have to work, so I will wait until Friday to take a plane and go to Phuket, which is in the south of Thailand, and I will see the ocean finally. And yes, I am alone. I hope my boyfriend can come but for now I am alone. This is not my first time traveling alone, but it has been the hardest because of the quarantine. When you're alone, there are some things that you do that seem so crazy because you're alone. You can do the same thing with other people and you don't feel crazy. Like, for example, I was so bored one morning, I couldn't sleep. My schedules are a mess. So I couldn't sleep. It was like 5 in the morning and I decided to take a shower. But first, I put some music and I decided to do a concert of me lip singing Mariah Carey. So I was in the bathroom, literally using the hairbrush like this, singing to the mirror. I think I did 2 full songs alone. That only happens in the movies, and now I understand these characters are always alone. And also I have cried alone in the room. Sometimes I remember sad stuff and I cry on my own. And while I'm crying, I'm thinking, this is really worrying, like just being in quarantine alone and crying. You need some help. And while I'm crying, I have actually talk to myself. One of the things that I remember that made me sad was my grandmother, one of my grandmothers that died, and I didn't see her. She was very sick, and because of my job I didn't go to visit her that much to the hospital, and that hurt so much. And I was cleaning my email because I was bored, and I come across these emails from her. And I see her like writing to me. Oh, I'm going to cry again. So I read these messages and she's like writing to me a lot. She's writing to me a lot. And I didn't reply to her because I was a stupid teenager. And I felt so bad. And then I remember, okay, most teenagers are like that. She kind of understands. But I still feel guilty, as you can see. So yeah, this happens and I'm talking to you, but I'm also alone in quarantine crying in front of the window. Anyway, I'm so sorry guys. I'm so emotional all the time. This is part of me. You cannot see that in the reactions, but... And yeah, this year hasn't been great, but I know that some people have it worse, and I'm very, very lucky that my family is healthy. Nobody has died this year. This year, everyone is alive. Yeah, that's actually something good, because the previous years, oh my god. And being away from my boyfriend is hard because it's not something that we planned, and you feel so powerless, and there's nothing you can do to change your government's decisions. There's nothing you can do about COVID. I'm not a scientist, so I cannot find a cure for COVID or anything. I was feeling very, very powerless, and this is a way of feeling I have some control over things, even though I can't see him anyway, because we are waiting for the Thai embassy in Sri Lanka to approve the visa, and they haven't said when. They don't say anything, and it is just a waiting game that has been going on for over a year. But now that Sri Lanka is open, I can go there anytime I want. I just don't want to go right away after this lockdown, because even though there is no quarantine in Sri Lanka, I still have to pay for a hotel, and I am not rich. I am not European or Australian or from US. I'm from South America. My salary is good for South America, but it's not as good as a salary in US or Australia. It's not even the minimum salary. Those people earn a lot of money. So I cannot go from this quarantine to another hotel. Like, I cannot afford it. And my friends have texted me saying, be careful, like, I can't believe you're doing this for love. It's romantic, but at the same time, it's scary. Like, you have to be careful and protect your heart. Some people think this is crazy to come here in this situation, but I think that's the least you can do for your relationship, to travel. I understand when you're not in the relationship, you can be like, I don't know, I don't trust this. Do you imagine that like this guy is catfishing me and I get there and he has like another family? So this actually happened in Sri Lanka. A woman went to Sri Lanka one time and flirted with this guy, and this guy pursued her a lot and convinced her to go to leave everything behind and go to Sri Lanka to live with him. And this guy asked her for a lot of money to pay for a car so that he could work and for other things, and she was like, okay. She was giving him money and they got married, and then this guy was killed. I don't remember why. He was killed in the street, and then she realized after that that he had another family and he was giving the money to his other family. So let's hope that's not the case, guys. So if that happens and everything goes to shit and he was catfishing me, please find me some place to crash. Help me out, guys. Don't leave me alone. Yeah, but that's not the case. We have known each other since a long time in Chile, 8 years ago or 9 years ago, and he's not that type of guy, I think. In fact, he has been helping me a lot. He actually bought this camera, this new camera for me, and a lot of other things, gadgets that I can use now while in quarantine because I'm so bored, and he is such a great guy. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. And if you don't like him, I don't know what I will do. I will have to break up with him. So I hope you guys like him. I hope Thailand's embassy in Sri Lanka replies to us soon. Because, yeah, dude, have some empathy, please. Empathy. November 2019, that's the last time I saw him. But what do you think, guys? Would you do this or not? Do you think I'm following the right path here or not? Guys, leave everything in the comments because, you know, I'm very bored right now and I would love to know what you think about this situation, and any advice is welcome. A shout out to you guys that are on the chat right now of the premiere. Thank you so much for being the first ones here, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Put a like, put a comment. Remember, every interaction you do with this video will be helping me a lot. And if you also want to participate from the live chat during the premieres, just turn on the notifications. That way you will know every time I upload a new video and also when. So that's all for today. I don't want to bore you with my problems anymore. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!